3,350 pounds, little bullet crossfire 1900 RD here at Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Coming in on trade. Overall, this is a very nice camper. The only reason it's here is the folks just got tired of the east-west corner bed, which is really just a symptom of the small size of this, but it's also what helps keeps this shorter, lighter, and hey, less money. And this is really just a baby version of the 216 RD Passport that we have here at Haylet RV. The overall layout is quite similar. It's just made a little bit shorter and lighter due to that single axle. But it shares this quality, having these just ridiculously large, big viewing and breeze windows back here on the rear wall and wrapping around the sides. Now, one of the things that is really important to remember is that this is a full 8-foot wide standard body lightweight as compared to a lot of brands who are going to build a floor plan like this in a 7 or 7.5 wide floor plan. And this is definitely one of the very few floor plans that it just really works a lot better when it's 8 foot wide, because it gives us the ability to have things like the big true U dinette here, but since it's no slides, we can still be completely carpetless, ventless flooring, easy cleaning, pet friendly, and this thing's well kept. There's nothing wrong with it. The folks just decided they wanted different floor plan elements. We have LED lighting. We've got our full-size air conditioner up here. You know, it's got everything that matters where it matters. Pleated shades. There's an area up here if you wanted to put a nice little flat screen. You have a perfect little area to do it. That is a Bluetooth DVD player. And one of the other things that they did very well here is the kitchen. It's one of the reasons I like this a little bit better on an 8-foot wide platform, because it allows them to do bigger fixtures like that monstrously large farm sink right there, as opposed to a tiny little camper sink, because they have more room to put in bigger cabinets and bigger kitchen counter areas, basically. And they utilized every square inch of it. I mean, there's nothing wasted down here. Little campers don't usually have big time storage like this. And they did something here I personally agree with, and I know that it works better for most people, but it makes some folks feel a little bit uncomfortable. It has no oven. Very few people in a little camper like this are going to be doing actual baking. And I know that there's some people man, I want to make my biscuits in the morning or cookies or whatever. But 9 out of 10 people are not going to use that oven. But 100% of people will use that cabinet storage space. Flipping around to the other side of the RV to finish up the kitchen, you can see that we've got great pantry space, but what's cool, you see that hanging rod up top? That's removable shelving. You want to swap that out of there, turn that into another closet? You can. And compared to a lot of single axle, narrow body campers that sometimes have the one door, what I like to call truck camper fridge, you've got a full 2-door, 6 cubic foot gas electric fridge freezer here. Now, something else they do in a lot of these Keystones, it's really smart and effective. They will add an extra skylight here into the kitchen. But if you notice, it's not just a light, it is a vent that can crank open for airflow. So whether you're looking for extra fresh air, or if you've been cooking and you do want to get the heat off of that stovetop, you want to get it out of the RV, it gives you one more way to ventilate everything. And right here is another one of those areas where being a full 8-foot wide really, really benefits. It gives you the extra area at the foot of the bed to be like a shoe garage. It creates that extra nightstand at the base, and it adds this big mirrored hanging closet here that you just can't do on a 7-foot wide camper. Plus, they do have a full overhead cabinet here, but you are a corner bed, and that again is just a symptom of keeping the RV shorter and lighter. If you don't want to deal with this, remember, we have floor plans like this at Haylet RV that don't have a corner bed. We have them from, let's see, Jayco, Grey Wolf, Passport. Holy cow, we have quite a few actually. So, if you like everything except that corner bed, give us a call. We can get you camping here, no sweat. But to go up to an east or a north-south walk-around bed, the RV does need to be longer. It does need to be heavier because you need to step up to a tandem axle scenario. There's things that go with it. I like that they have shower surround paneling here. I do wish they would have put a skylight in right there, though, because if you're 6 foot tall or more, kind of like me, it does make this bathroom a little bit tricky. I think that that's probably just a symptom of the RV designer trying to keep this thing within a reasonable price point. But that, I don't know, it's the one thing I wish I could change on this RV is having a skylight above that bathroom right there. Like, we've got the vent here, but it's not over the shower. If they would have just put this up there, I think it probably would have been enough to work. But it's not a major deal, and frankly, you spend a few minutes in the shower and you spend almost all of your hours not in the shower. If I had to duck for a few minutes, whatever, I can get through it. It's not the end of the world to me. Just like the interior, exterior is clean, well kept. It's fairly late model, ladies and gentlemen, and actually on that note, it is late model enough that depending on, finance approval, it may actually be able to qualify for same as new financing. Some things need to line up to make that happen, but it is possible. This is on a very lightweight Z-frame type chassis, not an I-beam frame. It is a little bit more expensive chassis, but you're not paying the new RV price tag, so you really don't have to worry about that. Another key note here is that this does have dual propane tanks. And again, I think that's just a symptom of this being a little bit more standard body in size. Is a lot of narrow body campers, single axle campers, very often only get one propane tank, whereas this has dual tanks as well as an auto changeover regulator, so you never really run out of propane. And then the nice little touches, things that they're good at Bullet, like the magnet door holdbacks, the fact that they have sealed hinges to keep the water from getting to those piano hinges and freezing. And this is an easy area in here. First of all, the fact that it has a great full pass-through on a little camper, that's a dynamite find right there. But you saw that all aluminum skeleton. This has aluminum framed laminated walls, floor. We've got aluminum framed front and rear walls. We've got galvanized steel roof trusses. It's not a walkable roof. It's what's called a service roof. But the only difference there is that you need to be on your hands and knees. You just need to distribute your weight a little bit more because it just has a slightly thinner roof decking as compared to a fully walkable roof. In the middle of that wall, just above our dump station, we do have a full outside shower, so it's kind of a little bit of like a little courtesy station. And then that, you saw inside there was a shelf to the side of that full U-dinette. That kind of hides a little bit of what I call why not storage. You know, they had a space, why not make it outside compartment storage? And the fact that this is separate from your front pass-through, to me, I think that'd be a good spot to have like a nice little tote for things like our sewer hoses and whatnot. Just something to keep that separate. And obviously though, the calling card of this floor plan is that rear lounge area with these just huge windows. And I called it a lounge and not a dinette right now for a reason. What I would do, I think, is I would swap out the legs that are on that dinette for a set of folding table legs so I could make the table free floating. I would probably bring that table outside quite often for picnic time, and I would leave that rear dinette open like just a big U lounge and enjoy the beautiful window setup that they have back here and really maximize the benefit of that. We'll also finish up with that easy tilt power awning. And notice the double entry steps. It's just a nice little touch because this is on a little bit heavier chassis with a bigger axle system, since it's, you know, a single axle that weighs 3,350 pounds dry. They needed to bulk it up a little bit. Well, that meant that it does sit a little bit higher than some single axles, so they compensated for that with a double entry step, so it's still very easy come and go. Overall, very well executed model. I definitely understand why the previous owners jumped on this one. Like I said, they just got tired of the east-west corner bed, decided to swap it out for a Freedom Express that had a north-south walk-around bed. That's the 204RD, in case you're curious. So give us a call here at Haylet RV. Hitching pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything in between. We do it all. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.